On the whole, Filipinas can be amazing to be in a relationship with. But as with women anywhere in the world, some may not be as open and honest as we would like. In fact, some Filipinas will hide many truths from you in the hope that you'll never discover what she's hiding. And for some foreign guys, by the time the truth reveals itself, you may be head over heels in love with her and can be devastated by what you learn. Can you imagine forming a relationship with a Filipina over many months or even years where you believed in her 100%, only to have reality smack you square in the face and have all your dreams shattered in an instant? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you of one secret that a Filipina may not tell you until it's too late, that will certainly rock your world in a bad way and send you into a tailspin. So be very sure to buckle up and stay with me here. Okay, now imagine you're in the scenario I've outlined where you fell in love with a Filipina either online or in person. You guys spend many hours together chatting and telling each other your life stories before you find out one big lie that she was telling you all along. Now, I'm not talking about a little white lie here, but something had you known from the very start that you would not have continued the relationship and as such would never have fallen in love with her and given her your complete trust. Would you forgive and forget because you now love her so much? Or would you condemn her and say goodbye and never look back? They say that trust is everything in a relationship, no matter what has gone on before or after an enormous lie. But how could someone trust that person after finding out the truth, no matter how emotionally attached you were? Would you then wonder how much of that relationship was actually real, if any at all, and how many other huge lies she may have told you? It's rather easy for one to sit back in the comfort of his home and think that they could forgive the Filipina or walk away from her. But when we're faced with the reality, it can be rather a different story, especially when emotions take over. Now, the secret that I'm talking about here is around her not telling you that she's involved romantically with a man in the Philippines, usually a Filipino man. Yes, some Filipinas may in fact have a boyfriend in the Philippines and may have been dating him for several years, where the Filipino man is none the wiser what his Filipina is up to. As far as he is concerned, she is his one and only, and he may never suspect that she's on the prowl looking to weigh her options up. She may in fact even be in love with the Filipino man, but she may crave something far more than love and what he may ever be able to offer her. But she has doubts if ever she'll be able to find a man who will meet all her needs and wants in life. And she knows in order to see if she can find someone to help her with a better life, it could take some time. So for now, she's happy to stay with the Filipino as she weighs up her options and rolls the dice. She may find a man, much like yourself, either online or perhaps in some cases, even a man in the Philippines, who may be an expat or a tourist, where she'll start to work her magic. Now, I'm not saying that over time she won't fall in love with you, because she very well may do so. But one must know what she's doing here, as I said earlier, is weighing up her options. She has the Filipino man at home who she may be very fond of, and now she has you, a foreign man who, let's face it, can offer her a life that she may have dreamt about. In her mind, she doesn't want to leave the Filipino man because things may not work out with you in the end. And so she continues to build the relationship with you to see where it leads. So effectively, you are unknowingly now in a competition for the Filipina, which is like a time bomb ready to explode at any moment. Simply, she's looking to have her cake and eat it too. We often see in movies or hear on the news about people leading double lives where both parties never knew about the other until something or someone gave it away. And this certainly also happens with some Filipinas who may be rather desperate to escape poverty or a country that can be rather tough to live in for some. She may justify what she's doing in her own mind and even convince herself that it's okay. But deep down, she knows how bad it is to have deceived the foreign man and her Filipino boyfriend for so long. But she's undoubtedly driven to keep this a secret for as long as she can, and she hopes that this will be forever, because of the fear she has that if ever you knew the truth, you would walk away. No doubt that fear can make people act out of character, and combine that with living in a tough country where some may be in poverty and may see a foreign man as their only chance to break the poverty cycle, then you may start to understand why she may do such a thing. But even so, in my book, that's still no excuse to play games between these two men, because in the end, one will be the loser here, and she's not considering the emotional aspect for either man when they have their heart broken. Yes, indeed, the Filipino man cannot be forgotten in all of this, if in the end she chooses you and dumps him. He may have been very much in love and could have been planning a future together with her when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's run off with a foreign guy. Now, for some Filipinas, they may very well get away with pulling this coup off, and the foreign guy may never suspect anything at all, and indeed go on to marry him where he's none the wiser. And I do suspect that this is rather more common than any of us realise. But for those that somehow find out the truth, it's very devastating emotionally. And it can cause you to have so many trust issues as you try and move forward in life. Not to mention doubting yourself in making future decisions around trustworthy women. Simply, the effects of such a lie can change a person forever. Now, my intention with this video is not to scare foreign guys off from looking for a genuine Filipina, because a relationship with the right Filipina is certainly amazing. But us foreign guys need to understand what some Filipinas may do, so we can watch out for the many red flags that will undoubtedly be obvious that we may miss if we never knew of such secrets that some Filipinas may be hiding from you. So has this scenario we mentioned here happened to you? Or if it did happen to you, what do you think you'd do? Forgive, forget and continue the relationship? Or forget her and move on? Feel free to leave your comments below, and if you're after a library of valuable information and tips around dating a Filipina, then be sure to check out the extensive playlist on screen now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.